All right, all right. What's popping with you, Skip? How you doing, Skip? Now, if anybody coming along in this here live, you see what I see is the title. Uh, I got my little utensils here today with me. So first and foremost, welcome. As you can see by the title, as you can see by the title, uh, you know, do husbands and boyfriends do the same thing? That's the question. And at the end of the day, this came up from a conversation. Charles, what's happening with you? George, what's popping? Nobody was happening. Do boyfriends and husbands do the same thing? And I saw this on my Facebook, and a lady put that up about the women, and I was like, you know what? This is a good topic. I got you. Let me get on my phone. Let me get on my phone and do it because it ain't on this thing. George, give me 1 sec. The other channel. Yeah, I'm all like, what are you talking about, George? My issue about this is very simple. I think they shouldn't do the same thing. But what comes to happen is there's an expectations that boyfriends and husbands do the same exact thing. And in my opinion, it ain't right. So let me get you, George. I'm pulling it up right now. Hold up, fam. Let me mute this mic real quick. There we go. So, in my opinion, boyfriends and husbands are not synonymous. I think what winds up happening when you're dating is you got this ideology where they do the same thing. Kelsey, how you doing? Got graduate. Oh, congratulations. You know, so this is one of the biggest issues, that I got with today. I'm gonna put up some other videos later on. You know, what's happening with you, Malvin? So we got this situation where I'm starting to look at people like, what are we talking about? Because I think on the flip side, we don't expect women to do wifely things, even though women talk about, you got to be a wife to do a certain thing. I think pretty much everybody's doing the girlfriend, boyfriend thing who are not married. And what it seems to is you want the husband experience without necessarily having a husband, and that's what a boyfriend is for. And for me, it doesn't stop anywhere. See, a husband is supposed to, be with you for better and worse, rich or poor, through sickness and health. To death do you part, the marriage part, that really doesn't work in American society. But what's winding up happening is, you got this situation where you want better or worse from your boyfriend. You want your boyfriend to be there for you through sickness and health, for richer or poorer. And he's supposed to come in and do husband type stuff. And I think that becomes a problem because guys are not signing up to be a pseudo husband with husband responsibility, but a boyfriend title. Because ultimately, you don't have to be his wife to be with him. You can be his girlfriend. There's certain things, that he can ask of you, like, I need a ring for that. So what is it that men should only be doing if they propose, the word engaged, ring, this, that, and the third? Give me 1 second, y'all. So I'm gonna put the link in the chat for anybody who wants to come up and start having this conversation. Like I said, this is a one-on-one thing. So if multiple people come up, I'm gonna go at one person at a time. But this is what's up. Is your boyfriend supposed to help you with your student loan debt? Is your boyfriend supposed to help you raise your kids? Is your boyfriend supposed to, how can I say this? Help you with credit cards? Debts, is your boyfriend supposed to, because they say, these men are supposed to come into these women's lives and you're supposed to bring something to the table. I'm not against bringing something to the table. But what is a boyfriend supposed to bring to the table? Where does it stop? Because we know what a husband is supposed to do. A husband is supposed to take on a debt and this, that, and the third. You know, a husband is supposed to do the things that help change, lives. And is a boyfriend supposed to be the guy who brings legacy into the equation? Is that what a boyfriend is supposed to do? And a lot of people don't want to admit that that's a bad idea. Because this husband experience is probably ruined the dating market to a degree, because a lot of people don't have to, I can be almost married. The sex consummates the relationship as far as dating is concerned. So as long as we having sex, we're married by sex, or you're married by way of, how can I put this? You're married by way of a baby if you have a kid together. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to get to. You're married if you have a kid together, and that makes you a family. Even if you have a kid with somebody and they have other kids that are not by you, are you supposed to be a provider for the other kids, that the other child or children that are not yours? And this comes into play in relationships. This comes into play even with the child support argument. Like, is it one of those situations where are you here to take care of a family that you're actually not bound to on paper, that you actually did not get on your knee and propose to on paper? Melvin, thanks, fam. Xander. So who's down for that? Hold up, my bad, fam. That's a good point. What about, are you supposed to, what are you supposed to teach a girlfriend that is for a wife? Should you teach a girlfriend about investing, or should you help a girlfriend build her business if she has a business, or should you help give a girlfriend counsel in a situation that betters her life? Because if y'all not married, she's just gonna take that information to the next relationship, right? It's not gonna benefit you. Like, even if you give her the tools to become more successful than she is, and you break up, are you gonna get dividends, residuals for your help in that situation, or where should it and does it stop? And a lot of people don't. I think with guys, I don't think we have a stopping point. I think sometimes with the ladies, some of you ladies, used to talk about you wouldn't cook for a man, and you wouldn't clean for a man, and you wouldn't, you wouldn't go the extra mile for a man if you were age and he wasn't a husband. So it's crazy that this was going on. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Don't do too much, but in this society, I think too much is asked upon men. Men are asked to do too much just as your boyfriend. I got to help you fix your car, fix your house. A lot of ladies talk about fixing guys' credit, and I don't know how many women get guys, family members, jobs, or this, that, and the third, but there are guys who put people on, and this, that, and the third. So what should be going on? Like, how should this play out? Why do you say wow? I mean, to me, it's a legitimate question. New year, new question, right? Same old scenario. Like, what should you not be doing for this scenario? Oh man, Patrick is coming in with the straight blah blah blah. So, what do you think? Like, seriously, if you're a woman, what do you think of, like some of the ladies are commenting, write in the chat what is a man who's a boyfriend, what he shouldn't be doing for you. That what it stops at it stops at helping you with this. It stops at helping you with that. It stops at this. Like boyfriend does this, husband does that. Because the thing is, and the responsibility of a husband is different. That's where we at with it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And what's happening? New Year. Happy New Year. I'm hot in the mug right now. I cut the doggone I should have cut the heat off in this house. But tell me, at the end of the day, let me see what you say, miss. So you shouldn't help with the kids if it's until it's serious. Oh wow. That might be, that's an interesting one. Because if you don't help with the kids, are you gonna break up? I'm not saying this stuff to set anybody up, but that's a genuine question. Like if one of the things a boyfriend shouldn't do is help him with the kids, if he don't want to help with the kids, are you gonna break up because he's not really helping with the kids? Them your kids, it ain't my kids. As a boyfriend. Okay. Okay. But does somebody else use the blueprint? That would be interesting, because that's what I was saying. People move it forward. I get that, Kelsey, but what are husband things that guys do? Because I think the husband thing. Thanks, Pope. The husband thing and the boyfriend thing have become synonymous because most people in our community aren't married. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm of New Orleanian descent. You know what I'm saying, player? Oh, Coop, what's happening? Thanks, fam. So let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Woman, that's what you think? I don't know, fam. Like I said, I'm putting a link in the chat. So anybody want to have this conversation with me? Let's do this. That's what this for. This is a little interaction, players. Little interaction. Because some women will say if you act like a wife, you get put to the side. You don't really get the commitment like that. Guys are hustle you into being a wife for for a decade. Oh, I'm not ready yet, baby. I mean, you wife material, but I'm not ready. The streets still want me. Yeah, exactly, Major. That's the point I'm having with this. All these subcategories become a problem. You know, don't. Ooh, well, we all use goods in a sense, Patrick. You know, these chicks ain't getting no new sausage. You got that used meat too. That's how we operate in these streets. My bad, my bad. You know, that's a good. That's what it is. They should be treated different, but how should boyfriends be treated? You know, how should boyfriends be treated? That this is where, and this is the funny part about it. I'm asking this question as a serious, but I think it seems a little bit difficult to answer. You know, you said we used is different than experience. Don't No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's new to me. Yeah, exactly, kid. Boyfriends need boundaries. See, that's crazy. Think about it. It's crazy as a as a grown woman. You said you never thought about this question. Because what if, okay, if we reverse this, what if I was to tell you, if me and you were in a relationship, I expected you to be, as my girlfriend, a mother figure to my kids. That's the, for the guys, that's kind of the normal situation. We're expected to be father figures for a girlfriend's kids. So when the shoe's on the other foot, it don't really sound the same. I don't think that's the, and I don't think guys can whip the kids, unless they don't like the daddy. I know you did not ask that. I know you did not ask that. Stop playing with me. This is a problem. This is a problem. So what are we going? What do we stop at? This is where I'm tripping right now, because I can't even think about necessarily where we should stop or start with this. It's a training ground, exactly. But where do we stop? Where does the training stop? You see, I think girlfriends have boundaries. I might be wrong about that, kid, but I think, damn, what the hell going on? Man, something's going on. There we go. My bad, fam. All seriousness. Ooh, we're gonna have to. That's gonna be a problem. Because do you want to ignite sparks with somebody that you don't necessarily want to be with? That's a problem. You see, you are a husband. You ridiculousness. So let's go. Let's get it. I said, unless it's going towards marriage, maybe. See, like if it's you, you'd rather not do it, but it's kind of like an expectation of the guys. It's kind of an expectation of a single mother that the boyfriend kind of step in and be kind of like a father figure. Bro, I've been on YouTube for so many years now. I didn't ask that question and ad nauseum of time. I'm not doing it no more, fam. I'm really not. I'd have done that too many times. Okay, how about this? Is it a certain no trips? Dates, yes. If you're a boyfriend, dates are good. Trips, you're not a wife. Wives get trips, girlfriends get dates. Is that could that be seen as fair? Could that be seen as fair? I can't. I don't need to help you with anything that'll better your life unless it betters our life together. Is that a fair starting point? Is that a fair starting point? Exactly. That's a conversation you got to have. That's a conversation you got to have, Major, because most dads ain't going to allow that. They ain't with that. And that's why sometimes those conversations don't happen. Well, I mean, we date with intentions, but a lot of us are dating with intentions to have sex. This I'm looking for love. I think that's BS. Honestly, I think it's to have sex and get something out of another person. It ain't necessarily for marriage, because when you have to do something for the other person, it becomes an issue. You say, girlfriend, she'll get trips only to a neighboring state. Okay, if you're in California, you get to go to Vegas, but you don't get to go to Miami. I dig that. I dig that. Is it dime pieces? What about, how can I say this? Girlfriends only, there's a price limit to girlfriends' gifts. You can't get no less than, I don't know, no more than $1,000 worth of gifts. Your girlfriend. You can't get a gift worth more than an engagement ring. How about that? and at no one particular time. You can't get, you know, if a ring costs 1,000, 1,500, you know, $5,000, you can't get any gift that costs that amount of money whatsoever. That goes against the whole premise of you being a girlfriend. Because in my opinion, that's going to be a problem. That's a problematic situation. Because what I'm thinking about partially is also, how can I say this movement of women getting flown out to places and assuming to be getting spoiled and this, that, and the third. You need to be with a guy who does this for you or does that for you. The interesting part is, okay. I don't know what happened, folks. It froze on me, so I had to re-up on this thing. I don't know what happened, folks. Fine. I got a little glitch to it, so I'm kind of nervous about how this is gonna work out. So where I was at before these shenanigans just happened was the gift part. Like y'all said, different states, neighboring state, that's one thing. You know, okay. Wow, they need to take the shrinking money and invest better. That's interesting. As please one while it lasted. It's all good. I got it together. You know. It's an outlet for Audi 5,000. All right, now we back. Now we back. Man, Dizzy, thank you. Now, getting back to the shenanigans at hand, we're at this particular point where what you willing to do though? You know. Man, I ain't no D boy. You know. Now, what should a girlfriend do? Shark, what's popping? What should I do for um should I help a girlfriend get a job? Is that something a husband should do or a boyfriend should do? Should I help a girlfriend study if she's getting an education and she wants to better herself? Be the person to help her. Is that something that a boyfriend should do or a husband? Because what winds up happening, like I was talking about before it froze, was, people buying gifts and trips and doing things that you don't really, that a girlfriend gets. And you got girls accustomed to this idea, this belief system that you deserve these gifts. You deserve, that's what I deserve a certain bag. A guy should spend this amount of money on you. You should get this kind of car. These are over the top things with people who are definitely rich. You get what I'm saying? Definitely rich. But what about you in the middle class? What is a middle class boyfriend supposed to do that a middle class husband is actually supposed to do? Or what isn't a middle class boyfriend supposed to do? Because, like I say, the expensive dinners, steak houses, hundreds of dollars a plate, one of those places where it could be $300 to $500 for a dinner, or $300 to $800, or $300 to $1,000 for dinner. Is that something the boyfriend should be actually doing, or is that something a husband should actually be doing? That's an anniversary date. That ain't a we going out date. Guess why? That's because you want free stuff. Let's give it a walking papers. So let me see. Let me get this. Let me put this back in the chat real quick. Subscriber doctrine. What you know about that? What you know about that, Jay? Nah, let me see what you're saying about pretty girls. Yeah, pretty girls are used to getting gifts, but they wind up single. That's the crazy part about it. They're used to gifts, but they still wind up single. So they're using their pretty to be to get the husband experience from numerous boyfriends of different classes. So should you be doing that even for the pretty girls? Is she so pretty that you need to buy her a Louis Vuitton bag or Gucci something, or some high fashion pair of shoes? She's a girlfriend. Why does she need that? What has she done that makes her deserving from being a girlfriend of that? Because if you as a boyfriend are supposed to provide that, what exactly are you getting in return from a girlfriend? Because I'm thinking about it like, okay, if that's the case, if a guy wanted something of high fashion, that's not a gift that a girlfriend would get. That's not a gift that a girlfriend would get. If I told if a brother was like, look, my girlfriend need to buy me a Gucci outfit, people are like, that's just your girlfriend. I think men and women alike would be like, you asking too much of that woman. Interesting, but a Gucci outfit for a woman is not asking too much from a boyfriend. That doesn't make sense to me. I got you. Calvin, thanks, fam. He said submission. Whoo. Because what's funny about that, nobody? They had the conversation where submission was something that a husband that you get from a wife, not a girlfriend. So when we go to the protection and provision part, we don't necessarily say protection and provision is something you get from a husband and not a boyfriend. It comes up from time to time as far as a general situation, but what happens in our society, it's kind of supposed to be blanket protection and provision, and what people assume it should be, but guys don't see it that way. No, forget that. I'm putting a price tag on love. I'm putting a price tag on this love right now, because girlfriends, boyfriends need to have a price tag that husbands, they shouldn't be in the same ballpark as husbands. They shouldn't be. If you're a boyfriend, you should not have paid, given as much money as you did to a wife. You got a married couple and a single couple, and they in the same tax bracket, and the wife and the girlfriend getting the same amount of benefits from each relationship. That's a problem. That's a problem. That is a definite problem to me. Coach, what's popping, fam? Thank you. Should your girlfriend, if you are not married and you got friends who are I just realized something. Now I know why this is going on. Now it makes a whole lot of sense. Because my camera is on, the green screen thing is still on. Now it makes a whole lot of sense why it did that. That's why it froze. I got it now. Because I saw the green in my shirt and it started doing that. So here we go. Wow, my girlfriend was my special teams coach. My wife is my defensive coordinator. That's an interesting particular point. Because the special teams don't mean as much as your defensive coordinator. Like I said, thank you, coach. This is where we at. Let me see. There's no such thing as what? How you just make it limitless? No, they can't be limitless. I can't see limitless. Like I'm about to be petty, so preface this. Okay, y'all. So ladies, brace yourself, because like I said, I'm about to be petty. Girlfriends shouldn't get head. There is no eating that cat out for a girlfriend. How about that? That's something that a wife get. I don't know where your box been just because we together and you committed to me now. I'm not going down on you. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Head is for wives, sex is for girlfriends. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. How about that? How about we take it to that level? Uh-oh. Man, I ain't on no Henny, but it's wine. It is wine, though. No, I'm not seeing things. I actually, I got an actual green screen actually behind me. I could just pull it up. So I tested it out earlier, and it was still on in the settings. Let me see something. Uh oh. Let me see this. See, James is unrestricted to the pockets. We can't do that. We can't do the unrestricted pocket game. Only head if she a virgin. What you doing giving a virgin head? You know, what you doing giving a virgin head? So the sex game is girlfriend sex and it's wife sex. That's two different sexes. So now we finna. Wow, shark. That's cold blooded. See, because if there's certain things that you don't want to do, for a wife, because some ladies, ladies give head. If they tell you, head is if I was a wife, what you gonna do, fella? You just gonna take the sex, or you gonna try to move on and find somebody to give head? Because if guys say, I'm not giving you head because you my girlfriend and not my wife. If the woman really likes head, she might cheat on you. And you could use that as an excuse. That's why I wasn't gonna commit and marry her. Because see, I knew she was out here cheating. Because she got mad at me not giving her head. Interesting. Like the gifts part. There's no, there's an issue. But let me get to a different let me get to something different. A boyfriend's supposed to help girlfriend's family. A girl, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes boyfriends, help my brother, help my sister. I told my mom or my aunt or my uncle that you know how to do this, that, and the third. Is that something that a boyfriend should be doing, or is that a husband thing? You know, peace, kid. Oh, is that? You know, if your brother needs help and I'm your boyfriend, should I help your brother, or is that something a husband should be doing? Because I'm not going to help your brother or help your sister, and then we break up. Then what? You know what I'm saying? Because a divorce is different. A divorce takes time. A breakup, just like that. A breakup is a phone call. Is, you know what? I'm through with this. So what should it be? Is it depends? Depends. Okay. It's only a ride to work. So what do you think it depends on, James? Like, what do you think it depends on? Because at this point, we got to figure it out. Uh-oh. This thing froze again. These shenanigans. Because in my mind, Major said that's too much. In my mind, that is too much. What the heck is going on? This thing. I'm about to just do it live this way. Okay. Hold on. Now, I wish I could say I did that on purpose. I wish I could say I did it on purpose. But I don't know what the heck's happening. I really don't. But like I said, I'm gonna still get back to the topic. Appreciate you for telling me that. So you said the feminist said hackers for me. What if I started with let me back up. Should there be a boyfriend versus husband conversation in the beginning of a relationship? Like, if we're together, because we're together, I'm going to do these things because I'm your boyfriend. But there are certain things I'm not going to do because I'm not your husband. Should it be a situation where the guys, you lay down that thoughts, and my bad because it went on. I don't, the feeling part is one thing. That's another question. This is why I'm asking this question, actually, Renaissance, because I don't think people date as if marriage is necessary anymore. I think people date as a relationship is more necessary than marriage. So the husband and boyfriend is like interchangeable. So what's going to happen to that? 90-day probation. You said wife swap is not. You know what? You're horrible. You're horrible. My personal opinion, is you're going to wind up in a situation where if you don't set boundaries, everything is fair game. And because you don't set boundaries, you're going to put yourself in a situation where you're going to be expected to do things that won't be done for you. Because when I'm trying to reverse the situation, it's a normal situation. Yeah, husbands can get his stuff taken, but so would you rather be the boyfriend? You can't get your stuff taken, but so you freely give your stuff. How much of your free stuff should you be able to give? Then you go, not that, not that. Should you be buying diamond earrings as a boyfriend? You know, should you? Because I look at it as gifts. But say there used to be the old saying that if you got serious with somebody, you take them to meet your parents, right? So if they gonna meet your mom, so what should you do before you take them to meet your mom? Rona, what's popping? Hey, see, Rona know what I'm talking. Because this sports smashing is basically the you rather be the husband. Would somebody take your boyfriend benefits? Because what if I told you in reverse? Let me slow down. What if I said husbands and boyfriends have become synonymous because women view boyfriends as doing the same thing that husbands do because there is no difference in the way we conducting ourselves. So there isn't a stopgap between husbands and boyfriends in the mind of the average lady, the average modern day woman. There is no cutoff point. So what winds up happening is if you say I'm not doing something because I'm not that's something a husband would do. Most modern day women would be like, but all my boyfriends have done this in the past. So are you would you be the exception to the rule? Even and the crazy part about it is the only person that's going, and it's going to sound weird that I might say this off the top of my head, the only person that has a boundary about being a boyfriend and a husband is the quote unquote bad boys. They have a boundary. I'm not your husband. I'm here, even if it's just I'm here for sex and I'm here to have fun. They have a boundary, like, this is something I would do because this is what I do because I'm not committed to you. And this is what I would do. The expectation of I would do something different if I was committed to you. That's where part of the fantasy comes from. So a boy, when we talk about guys tricking, most boyfriends are tricking. Uh-oh. My bad, Shark. Let me see. Boyfriends are willing to lower themselves for some snatch. I mean, husbands lower themselves for snatch too, but I definitely get what you're saying. Absolutely. Let me see where we at. I got you. That you always make me laugh about that. Oh man. Wow. I'm glad James talked on it. I think it's an expectation that men go into relationships without a plan. I'm supposed to be better than the next guy or your last guy, or I'm not going to be the guy that broke your heart, this, that, and the third. A lot of this comes from that space where, excuse me, that you're supposed to be a step up from the next guy. And part of this monkey branching thing, when people keep going up and up and up the ladder of dating, is you're going to constantly get a better man. So, and guys know that ladies kind of, climb the stair of men, or monkey branch from one man to the next. So when should you cut it off? A lot of times guys cut off the boyfriend benefit thing when you feel disrespected. Like, oh, now that we're not together no more, I'm not doing this. But you might have been doing husband stuff in the beginning, and that becomes a problem. Hold up. Yeah, that's the crazy part, Dizzy. You know, yeah, I'm glad you said that. But what's reciprocal? Here's the crazy part about that, Kelsey. I would be if I was a betting man, I would bet that most men in their own relationship experience have given far more to women, and reciprocated, have gotten far less reciprocated back to them. Because women want tangible things out of men, and say they give them something that's intangible as payment. I supported you, I spoke to you, I did that ain't the same. So I think what winds up happening is guys have an understanding that I'm not going to get what I give in relationships as a man. So why should I be giving so much then? Because sex sometimes is looked at as payment. You know, a guy could give you a lot of stuff that's worth a lot, and you had sex with him. That equals that, and it really doesn't. It really doesn't. So now we in a situation where we're entering a space where, I would say, consciously and subconsciously, when it comes to this dating, guys are shutting off the valve to husband benefits when they're boyfriends. You know, there's what we'll do for boyfriends, because this is why we're living in this age where it's all of this nuance and ambiguity. We're hooking up, we're linking up, we're dating, we're together. You know what I'm saying? That's my actual man. It gets, that nuance keeps coming up, because a guy he can say, well, we were just hooking up. That's different from if we were actually together. We just we're buddies. We're sexual friends like that. So now, so reciprocity is out of, it's going to be an issue. It's definitely going to be an issue. This is where we're at, because I'm not too sure that guys are looking at it the same way. I'm really not. I'm not pretty certain that guys look at reciprocity in the same way that it used to, because now what's reciprocal? You say hooking up and moving forward. See, Darwin put it out. There's two different things. If I hook up with you, that's the hookup experience. If I'm together, that's the boyfriend experience. So if I get engaged to you, that's the husband experience. And I think, this is a two-way street when I say this. I think sometimes we in American society, when it comes to men and women, don't necessarily want the marriage itself. We just want the marriage experience. And since we want the marriage experience, so you can jump out of the marriage experience in a relationship faster than you can jump out of the marriage experience in an actual marriage. So at the end of the day, I think a lot of people are giving I'll give you the marriage experience if you give me the marriage experience so I can see if I really want to go down this road. And I think most men are not willing to go down that road. You know, yeah, but it's normal for people to try to make up for their ex's failures. People actually put that out in the dating experience. You know, oh, you got that fat burger? Don't make me jealous. You know what I'm saying? I don't man, what is up with this daggone computer? It keeps freezing. Now I'm looking down, so what ends up happening is over and over again, uh, I'm starting to realize what's going on now. And this is becoming silly. Stupid stuff, man. Stupid stuff. See? Problems. Technical difficulties like a mug. Ronan, I got you, fam. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up, Ronan. Hold up. There we go. Oh, my bad. Hold up, Ronan. I see you now because this thing is like it's trolling the hell out of me right now.
It's good, man.
That. No, I can't hear you yet. Hold up. This is some shenanigans. It's because I'm black today. Let me say something else, Ronan.
Something else?
No, what the what in the hell is going on? Hold up. Hold up. I bet I know what's going on now. Because I hear the screen. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. I can hear you.
So you can hear me, and I can't hear you. This is some bullshit.
This is crazy.
This is some bullshit. Say something now.
How about now?
It's because I'm black. It's because I'm black.
It's something.
It froze earlier. Unmute. Okay. I'm going to try this one. So what the hell's going on? Pop, come back out and come back in, Ronan.
All right, it's cool.
Yeah, I don't know what the freak. Like, what type of fraggle bullshit is this? Y'all can hear him, but I can't. I don't know what the heck happened. My audio ain't reciprocating right now. It's that bullshit. Okay.
How about now?
Dun. It's loading. You laughing, and I can tell you laughing, and I just can't hear you laughing. Unless, nope. What the?
Now?
What am I? Something's up.
Something's
up. You know what I'm finna do? I'm finna be ignorant. That? I got this thing playing right now anyways. I'm gonna mute
Okay.
myself.
Okay.
Go for it.
How about now? Can you hear me now? All right, cool.
I'm muting my mic so I can hear you on the other thing.
Oh, okay. Okay. We can do that. Whatever it takes, man.
Okay. You can hear it. Like, this is boring. When it comes to what, like, I know you know these type of things. Where should boyfriends stop?
When they have a program that they can both commit to, when they have a conversation about moving forward into something serious instead of playing the relationship game show antics.
So when it comes down to it,
Shut up.
If I ask the question, what does a boyfriend, how can I say this? Where does a husband start? How about that? I say it that way. Comes down to it.
Where's a husband start? I believe that's not just after meeting the parents, but actually both of them sitting down and looking at the legacy, what they're trying to do.
Hold up. How can I say this? Where does a husband start? How about that? I say it that way. Comes down to it.
Okay. Now, just I think it starts when y'all really have that talk, sit down and see what you're looking to build. What are you two looking to fix? Not just within yourselves, but each other.
I'm moving slow
Hmm.
because of the audio. I got to get the playback.
Okay.
I saw you attacking that dog, but I ain't gonna say nothing about that.
He knows what's up.
I'm telling Mike Vick. Now, what I'm about to say, I asked the sex question earlier. I said, what if we say that girlfriends, can't get head? That's for wives.
Ooh. Ooh. That's tough. That's tough. Shit. Damn, that is going to demand a level of accountability and discipline. But I would say, as far as husbands and wives, let's say, or girlfriends, I mean, there has to be some measure of earned benefits, so to speak. Yeah, sex is usually on the table. We're talking about things that lean into more intrusive for us, like things working together financially, or things socially, like as public displays to let people know that you guys are working towards creating a relationship and not a relationship that you see every day. There has to be benefits and punishments and rewards. There has to be something really reestablished like that, especially in this thought culture. We have to do something that's counterculture to that. But there's so much to it. But I mean, that's a whole lot. I mean, damn, no head though. That I'm a little bothered by that personally. Got an issue with no
Okay,
FaceTime. That's rough.
all right, okay. I made a financial question earlier when I was like, gifts shouldn't exceed as a boyfriend. Gifts shouldn't exceed the cost of an engagement ring.
Yeah. Wasn't it that engagement ring supposed to be like 3 to 4 paychecks of somebody's job or something like that? But it's not just purchasing the ring. It's about seeing things to having earned that ring. Because in most cases, you'll have individuals who grandfather someone who didn't earn it. And that ring will be worth less than the ring in someone's tub in most cases. Stop.
I got one. You ring
All
around the
right.
tub. That's cold blooded though. Uh, if I was to say everything a boyfriend does, if he decides to be a husband, you deduct that from the wedding.
Like what? Like what things?
So if you decide to take this woman on, because weddings are actually supposed to be paid for by the woman's family.
Mm-hmm.
So if you the boyfriend and it leads into marriage, you remember when I took you to Miami and that cost me $2,000? I'm taking that out me helping with the wedding because I know your family ain't doing it. You remember that time, you wanted to go this place and that place and it cost me an arm and a leg? I'm taking it. You remember that date night? You really wanted to go to this expensive place and I told you I ain't got it like that? If we get married, I'm taking that out. So we're gonna wind up with a $3,500 wedding. If you say had a conversation, what kind of wedding you want? I want like a $50,000 wedding. So if we dating and we dating for 2-3 years, and I start chalking this up. Let me tell you something. I didn't hit you. You didn't hit me up for $35,000. We're gonna have a $15,000 wedding. How you want to go with that?
So we're doing relationship audits now. That's a whole series in itself. Because you got to factor in the money, the sex, the pain and suffering, the actually children, collateral damage. There's so many things you have to assess. You're like, look, we just have to part ways, and here's your $500 and keep moving. That's just most relationships, but we have to be somewhat realistic now when it comes to that. I mean, like every relationship requires work. It's about give and take, and there's too many people who are selfish givers versus sensible. Because if you're building towards something, you understand like what I'm putting in is reciprocal, not just this whole one-sided affair.
Well, it's all one-sided. This is America now, fam. Like, I'm about to say this, and it's gonna be petty. I'm gonna be a little bitch for saying this, so I'm finna just tell y'all right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I kept it. Bring a CPA into it. If you were actually dating somebody, and you go 30 days, go 60 days, go 90 days, on every time you spent money on them, and then go every time they spent money on you in that same time period. And as a man, you're going to come out in the red every damn time.
Yes, I agree.
So guess what? If you was like, baby, let me explain them to you. I love you, but I can't afford to be buying you shit talking about reciprocity all the time when I just took you out to a nice restaurant and you just bought me some golden grams in return.
Or some socks. Or some cologne. Or some tools.
If I tell a woman I'm your boyfriend, baby, Let me explain this to you. If I put gas in your car because you put it on E, that's going down in the expenditure sheet. So am I petty for that?
As hell. Petty as hell. So what happens to the relationship refund check? Like you got a list of like, look, I can get this, this, and this because I didn't withheld on this. You know, I didn't put up with this. You bought that nonsensical argument about something 10 months ago. How do we tally that up? And plus, we do need a relationship CPA and a few other things because now it's starting to get like, you know, a relationship tug of war. Oh, shit.
What I'm saying, it is a tug of war. Because when a woman leaves you, what is she going to say? Everything she did for you.
Mm.
That's how your car get keyed up. Your tires get slashed. You taking stuff out the house. I bought this and I bought that. Remember that time I bought you that little funky ass gold chain? I'm taking that back. So I'm just saying, let's be fair. Men, let's be fair. I told you earlier it's gonna be petty. I'm gonna act like a little bitch. Thus,
all right.
because we gotta, you know, I can say this: we are fiscally irresponsible when dating, and women are not, because it's all profit. When are you gonna look at your sheet? Like, no, you could take a woman out 5 days in a row, and she could tell you y'all had sex 3 of them days, and that's even. And you don't even know. Did you count up how long the actual sex was? Was it one of them 3-minute nights? Was it one of them, 30-minute affairs? Was it a marathon? And don't act like you got the energy for a marathon after all these days because you wearing your punk ass out most of these days. Go for it. Go for it.
And I'm asking, like, where's customer service when you have sex with a pillow princess or the sexually frigid or the sexually handicapped? So where do you throw that in?
They owe you money.
Compensation, yes.
They owe you money. Because, see, the ladies, some of y'all in here laughing. Y'all, this ain't funny, though. Listen. Do you think women charge men for giving them bad dick? So we should be charging for bad pussy. It's all I'm saying. This is sexual equality at its finest. This is meninism 101. You're going to pay me for that bad pussy. If you give me some half-ass head, you owe me a steak.
Yes. Yeah.
Even though I said head was for wives, and don't take that part into this. That's just a whole nother part. Don't worry about the sense that I was trying to make earlier. Fuck all that.
That's going too far.
But at what point are we going to be honest about this? Because if I'm a girl's boyfriend, by the time the relationship is over, when we break up, I'm going to feel like I got divorced because she took half of my shit while we was together.
Yeah. But more importantly, your time. You can get your resources back. You can get your resources back, but your time, you can't get back. For women, your vitality, you can't get that back. So we got to be realistic of what we're putting on the table here. And there's just too many people who are trying to be not just the contestants, but the host of a rigged show. You guys have to look at the rules, break it all down. What are we doing? Like, what we set the parameters here and we stay within those. And we push each other to be better people the next month, the next year, and so on. But if you don't have that conversation and you get in front of the altar and you have long divorced reality in yourself, you are always going to have a relationship. Simple and plain.
You know, a lot of us ain't trying to go to no damn altar, Ronan.
I know.
You know, the vast majority of us, the only altar we trying to go to is the one at the foot of the bed before we having sex.
Yeah.
So why not just be honest and say to each other, look, if I'm gonna be your boyfriend slash husband, how about we have a
Hmm.
boy, this about to be terrible. How about we have a relationship timetable on this thing where if I don't get head by month 3, I'm divorcing you. If you act, don't ask me to help your punk ass kid with their homework or to fix their bike for Christmas, and you haven't passed the 90-day period, bitch. No, you know, at 6 months, I might consider helping your punk ass brother fix that car because I know how to fix cars. You know, but don't ask me to take off the condom until a year into this relationship because I might not want to have a baby with your punk ass like that. And just because you like it, like, I think we need to have a time table. Like, what if I told a woman, listen, since we together, you need to swallow in the first week? She's going to be like, partner. No. We got to be together a certain amount of time for I'm going to be comfortable enough with you to that freaky. So can my wallet? You can't just fuck my wallet like this in the first week.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's just like we might as well start doing erectile rentals and womb leasing if we're gonna do it like cars, car dealerships. Like 36 months, you start getting certain benefits. Like you gotta get so many throat miles or so many whatever you want to put on there. I mean, if this is the direction we're gonna go, we might as well just go all the way. But there's too many people who are doing like pornographic point shaving, and that's all it's leading up to. Just a lot of people do the same old basic stuff. They want major benefits, just going to the Netflix and chill, go somewhere to eat, argue, sleep, smash, repeat. There's got to be some depth to it. But if that's what you're going to play, you might as well keep it short. Okay, at the end of the contract, do I want to renew it or not? And tacos.
Okay, I'm coughing on this wine because I'm about to say something.
We can go.
If I'm your boyfriend, ladies, don't ask me for my motherfucking Netflix account at first. Okay. You can't get the Hulu password, the Netflix. I can't just put you on my Amazon Prime and my Sling fresh out the gate, lady. You know, oh baby, you got you know what? It's only what, $9-12. So now you want to get my whole Netflix for free. Now I see Junior's name on the kids section. Yeah. I'm not your husband. Don't ask me for that. You know what I'm saying? If I got a discount somewhere, I'll be damned if I'm gonna give you my discount. Because what happens if I get mad at you? Now I gotta change the Netflix password because I don't want to talk to your punk ass no more. We want to have a semi breakup, but you want to watch My Rainey on my shit. What?
I mean, where does it stop? But I mean, just to keep it 100, is like when it comes to actual relationships, you have to really. That's what the dating process is for. You go out, see how you all are around each other. If you got some kind of chemistry, that's cool. Build on that. You know, if like you guys both mutually see that we can go in a certain direction, then okay, well, let's make this thing official. Let's cut the bullshit, go from there. This about again setting parameters for each other and expecting to see growth and evidence of that growth. But if you're going to continue to play, you know, wheel of misfortune in the bedroom and outside of it, then these are the games you're going to play. These are the goofy games you're going to play.
We are wheel of misfortune, though. You know, the price, we the price is wrong, bitches.
Yeah.
You're never gonna be the price is right. Because you know, and I'm gonna be serious for like 30 seconds.
Okay.
What's happening is we have all these parameters about marriage, and we know all the rules about marriage. We know all the rules about if it doesn't work in the marriage, what's going to happen. If it doesn't work out, what's going to happen with the kids. So just like men are avoiding marriage because they're avoiding the pitfalls, the relationship dating game has become a relationship. It's become relationship polygamy. So I can go from relationship to relationship and get husband benefits from one relationship, and when that one fails, I get husband benefits in the next relationship. Thus, you even have ladies nowadays who don't necessarily, who've been married and they'd rather be single because in some ways you have a turnover rate of some guys are going to be financially more giving than other guys. So you can get a payout from a husband, but constantly kind of get an annuity from your boyfriends.
Yeah.
So we're at that point that I look at society like when people talk about hitting a wall, the physical wall is not what the women are upset about.
Right.
That's not that, you know, I'm not as pretty as the problem with the hitting the wall physically is you don't get the free gifts that you used to when you were prettier. So if these women were still getting gifts, the wall wouldn't mean anything to them.
Right.
Men's pockets get erectile dysfunction when you hit a certain wall of pretty. It just don't, the water don't rise, it stay folded. It don't flatten out. You know, and I'm looking at it like, then you can't go back and find a husband per se, because now, you know, ain't no Cialis or Viagra gonna bring his wallet back up.
No.
So we screwed then, Ronnie.
I wouldn't say screwed exactly, because if you look at it, the most important relationship you're supposed to have is with yourself first. And there's far too many people who are finding a face that way they could justify fucking their dysfunction in many ways.
So we're going, okay.
Yeah, we're going there.
What about this dysfunction? Is boyfriends playing a husband role dysfunction?
Can be. It depends on your intent and your actions.
So we're at a point where it's a 50-50 shot. You can be a functional boyfriend and a functional husband.
Possibly,
and it's a 50-50 shot that you could be a functional girlfriend or functional wife.
Well, when it comes to those things,
is the responsibility there? Oh, my bad.
No, I was gonna say, like, when it comes to these relationships, we have to be taught and trained to fit those roles. There's far too many people who want to be promoted in arenas that they either have little experience or none, and they approach relationships like the on the job training they're supposed to do for themselves. If they switch that mindset and then go into it in a clear head, like, look, I understand what I need. I can have some empathy and see what this person needs as well. And we meet in the middle. We're not going to agree on everything, but it's a constant work forward to be better people. And if we're looking to bring legacy into the conversation, that's what we have worked together on. Not this hood version of polygamy or sport fucking and all this goofy shit. Because again, we're trying to put the blame on someone else, or we're too busy breaking up with people and putting the head of their ex on the new person and keeping that cycle of dysfunction going. That's the problem. Black pink tacos.
Oh, we screwed.
Seems that way.
I'm gonna say this in this way. Are we lying about our exes to the point that our current relationships are unrealistic?
I'd say so. In most cases, we don't look at it. We don't look at it the way we need to, because a lot of our exes are a reflection of our values and who we were at that point. So there was something about them that attracted them to us. That we saw in ourselves, because a mate is usually a reflection of who you are and what you stand for.
What happens? Because I think this is where men get caught up, and you learn this over time. A woman can pimp her story of her ex to put a battery in your back to be better than a guy that you have no idea who he actually is.
Yeah.
And some of us really become a husband whore because we're using our husband experience to be the best boyfriend that she's ever had from her story.
Yeah.
Not taking into consideration that might not even be true.
Yeah. No, I wholeheartedly agree. A lot of times we allow ourselves to get pimped by skewed perspectives. Like, as you said, they can pimp their story like, well, this person was this, this, and this. They often tend to leave out their part in either creating the monster that they were laying with or allowing that monster to manifest in that environment. And men do the same thing as well to an extent, because they're looking to get what they want in the pursuit of instant gratification, which everybody pays for in the end.
This is why I was thinking about the husband thing, because that's why I was being paid with the money. Because when it comes to paying for it in the end, we're literally paying for it in the end.
Yes.
But if I don't have a set, like, okay, if I'm a middle class guy, if I go out on a date, I automatically know the date that I can afford and the date that I can't afford.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna make this a funnier reference, because I used to have to tell it to my homeboys. My homeboys back in the day used to get drunk or high and have sex with girls when they were drunk or high, like after the club type stuff.
Right.
Take them little gas station pills and wear these girls out or whatever. And I'd be like, listen, man, that is not a good idea, because you just met this girl. Y'all had a good night, but you didn't tell her you was taking these gas station pills and you was on that liquor like that.
Yeah.
She's going to expect that from you every time y'all had sex. Now, when you give her that 37-second special, she's looking at you some type of way. And you ain't want to tell her, okay, baby, see, I was on 13 shots of Hennessy and I had the super hard diamond dong pill from the gas station. I really wanted to give it to you like that. But this 37-second swipe, this is actually the regular me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
This goes on in dating, using sex outside of that. When you put the bar this high, you see how we living? You know, I like Busta Rhymes. He got this video, boom, right?
Right.
He's sitting on a yacht telling the girl, you're experiencing an unexperiencable experience because you're with a man who feeds asparagus to dolphins. You do that on your first date, your third date, it's over, B. She gonna be asking you, what, how come we not feeding eagles shrimp in a helicopter right now? And you sitting there, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Some of us do that to ourselves and we get mad at the women. Like, bro, you remember the Tory Lanez first song when he rented the Ferrari for the girl in the video, and then the dude came at the end like, who told you to do that? Like, some of us are petty because we bitter because we showed out. You shouldn't have bought that chain on consignment with your dumb ass to try to look like you rich. Right. But you know what? Just tell me what you think about that perspective. That's what I mean.
I agree with it because a lot of times we're guilty of relationship malpractice. Like, we put up this front, like, this is what it is when you're messing with me. And then after 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, the real you comes out and they find out that they lied. They can't get that time back. Some of them have invested themselves into a lie. And that's where you get that vitriol from. Same thing with men. Because many times, and it's messed up to say it, a lot of guys end up lowering their standards to settle with substandard spouses.
I'm about to say it. It's messed up.
Say it.
Of course, you know about the Kevin thing, the average at best and people tripping, right?
Yeah.
How many of us are going to admit? And ladies, when I say bitch, I'm talking about the guys too when I'm about to say this. Bitch, you are average and you're going to get with somebody average. So stop bitching about, but I can do better. No, you cannot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Average people need to be with average people, because if you get with an above average person, you're gonna feel some type of way.
Yeah.
See, if a guy wants an above average woman and she's above average in beauty and all that other stuff, and you're an average dude, you're gonna be, when the above average guys start looking at your above average woman and you are not above average, you're gonna, we gotta go. Bitch, come on, we get in the car. You know why? Because your average ass should have known better. You want to take her out and show her off, knowing good goddamn well you came up. You better keep that come up on the low. Yeah. You ladies, you think you want an above average man? You really think when he wake up in the morning, he above average? This 6 foot guy with the 6-pack and the 6 figure, he got this Herculean body. And you built like somebody auntie that had babies 15 years ago. Like, you not, when the people look, y'all going out to eat together and people giving you what? Are they together? Like,
yeah.
She must have just had a baby. Maybe she just had a baby. She got she look busted. How come he looks so? And then they gonna get insecure and they gonna tell the guy what he can and can't do and can and can't go, and now he can't take a piss in the male bathroom because she think a woman following him. You know what? I'm gonna leave it alone, Ronan. I'm gonna leave it alone. Just tell me what you got. Just tell me what you got.
With the whole average fiasco, it goes into people trying to overprice themselves. If they do not see, they bought into the whole thing like if 6 or 7 figures is going to compensate for someone who is emotionally, mentally, and spiritually bankrupt. They don't take into account that person that has that amount of money, they have either 6 or 7 figure debt. They don't take into the fact that these other people have issues that are they're compensating for by making those figures. My thing is like, what does it mean if you have that many figures in your account when you haven't even figured yourself out? Or what do you bring to the conversation to help build that individual that they can't afford, that their money can't? Let's
If
go.
you want to date a baller, and I'm speaking to everybody who wants to date somebody who makes more money than them, please do not assume that they want to pay off your debts.
Yes.
When you want to meet somebody who has more than you, that does not mean that means they will share what they have with you. That does not mean they will give you what you need to get out of your financial situation. And with, with some of us men, and this is why I was like, do husbands and boyfriends, they're kind of synonymous because a lot of us don't like to say we can be a simp to a fine Calamity Jane.
Yeah.
So baby, you going through it and you pricing her out. She gotta be busted. She gotta be poor to be in this situation. She too fine to have all these issues, because a guy would be looking out for her. But if I could get her, I'm getting her on clearance rack right now. And I can, touch her up a little bit. She'd be so grateful. So grateful. Yeah, I can get that. Ooh, I can get that Janet Jackson action out of this one. Some Pinky and little Roxy Reynolds popping. Oh yeah, she gonna love me. She gonna, oh yeah, I can do it. And then, bruh, have you ever considered the reason why she's a Calamity Jane and fine is because she can keep getting dudes to simp for her beauty and she doesn't take care of her responsibilities in life because there's a James Harden to a Ace Hardware out here that's willing to pay the cost to try to boss her in them sheets.
Hmm?
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna stop for a second. Just fellas, you don't want to talk about when you simp so hard for the fine Calamity Jane and the pussy ain't that good and the head ain't that good and now you sitting in the bed thinking to yourself, why the fuck is she here? I really thought this would be a whole lot better than this. I done bought this girl kid new diapers and a bicycle and I don't know what to do. This bitch ain't shit. And you mad at her.
Yeah.
Ron, you just go ahead, man.
No, you're totally right. Because there's been a few times where I got caught up in the allure of a beautiful retard, where you was out here doing all kind of extra stuff, being on your best behavior. You didn't took her out in front of your friends, and then when you lay with her, you find out she got crop circles on her bra. Why is her panties all balled up like a fruit roll up and black in the middle? Or when she's in bed, it's like it's like the necrophilia with a pulse, or it's just to where like I might as well stir a lukewarm cup of stew with my dick. That's just most cases. And now you're sitting there wondering like, why did I waste my time and my reputation on this? I can't get a refund. I'd embarrass myself, and you have to take that L. Or some guys will try to ride it out and try to get her back to respectability, but he didn't really invest in not just what he was looking for, but he just was worried about the superficial.
See, ladies, it just ain't y'all. It ain't always y'all. I'll get on y'all to begin, but it ain't always y'all. Some of you dudes are mad at women because see, you trying to get what is it? Esther Baxter, Bernice Burgos, fresh out the Goodwill. Y'all didn't think y'all slick. Like Rick Ross and dropped all back in the hood. Mm-hmm. And you got a nice apartment just outside of the hood. Mm-hmm. And you like, I can treat you better than these. See, a lot of you R&B niggas, because I wasn't finna call you. All the things that your man won't do, ass. You know what I'm saying? You should let me love you, ass.
No Joe ass niggas.
Why you gotta act like that? / I don't want to know. I wish I never met her. After your credit card's maxed out and your bank account's empty.
Yeah.
You want to be these women's husbands. Fuck it. I'm going to say it. And this goes for the men and this goes for the women. And when I say bitch, I'm talking to the men and the women. Hmm? Yo bitch ass. You already know how long you really want to be with this person. But you know how long you're willing to take the benefits from being with this person. You bitch, made, boy, I feel like Denzel, you disloyal, bitch made motherfucker. No good goddamn well. What you really about is, yeah, I could see this person be trying to fuck with me for 6 months to a year, but I'm going to get a good 4-5 months out this motherfucker because I'm not really feeling them like that. But this is a good situation for me right now. Yeah. The same way you guys who ain't had no pussy since 1937, you get with a chick and you finally hitting it, but you don't really like her, but you ain't had nobody before her. So you trying to use that as your time to holler at new chicks. Yeah. The same way you ladies get with a dude, he a nice guy. I really like him. He's up really good. He's a really good person. He's really solid. Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold up, Ronan. Just hold up. I know that.
Don't even trip, man.
I don't have no goddamn OnlyFans.
Hey, that's a troll, man.
But if somebody OnlyFans is with my name.
Look, it's a troll. It's a troll, man. Don't even trip. It's a troll.
Well, okay. I'm gonna finish this, and I'm gonna tell y'all now. This guy likes you. You're gonna come up on this guy. Now, the reason this ends poorly is because all of you goofy motherfuckers, men and women alike, you're talking to the new people, and they know you got somebody in the wings. And you keep, you keep coming up with this bullshit excuses why it ain't over yet, but you don't want to tell them because with you guys, you don't want to say that average girl is actually a better woman than that fine girl. That average girl actually has better sex than that fine girl. But you don't want to say that shit because you're going to look like a fool. Yeah. And you ladies, that average guy, he's actually a better man than that rich guy would be to your punk ass. That average guy actually has better sex than the rich guy that you want to be fucking your punk ass. And you don't want to tell nobody, I just had something real good, but I tried to come up, and now karma just fucked me with no KY or Vaseline, and I'm pregnant with some bullshit now.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna leave it.
Hey, you ain't lying. I mean, there's a lot of buyer's remorse. We've experienced it to an extent, but that's when you become a better consumer. When you start doing price checks on people, when you start seeing what it is that you find that will help you become a better man or a woman, and like you go out there like, okay, this is what reflects what I'm on. I don't get caught up in the Lamborghini with no engine. That little hustle again.
I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it with this.
Yeah.
You know what? They talk about solutions, so I'm gonna give people a solution, especially you guys, husband material, boyfriend material, whatever.
Yeah.
If you want to be in a healthy relationship, the relationship, y'all actually got to be healthy on your dating process.
Yes.
You got to actually be healthy with and what you do for each other, as far as stop trying to impress people and start trying to have a good time with people. And girls used to tell you that when you was in your 20s, they just wanted to get to have a good time, and you thought you wasn't thinking that. As you get older, like and like what was it this weekend? I can use myself as an example. I took my lady to a go-kart, one of them adult go-kart places. Now I'm one of the people that does that shit, laser tag and all the other stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
She drives. You remember Martin and Bad Boys?
Yeah.
She drives like Martin, and I drive like Will Smith. So we had a great time because I was flying by and she was. It was like, look at your granny ass out here going 3 miles an hour on the track. Ladies like shit. Like, take your woman. You ain't got to go to a fancy date. If you're a gun owner, take your woman to a gun range. She'll like that shit. By the way, fellas, if you got it, you a gun owner and you know this now, get some ammunition first, because you see ammunition is very scarce right now. So be careful about that shit. One dope thing she did, was it Christmas? I showed her hummingbird cake and some buttermilk drops. Just showing to them by happenstance. The next day, she made me a hummingbird cake and buttermilk drops. It doesn't cost that much, but it takes time. That's a healthy thing. And and the reason I'm saying this part is because a lot of times we're thinking, if you just gonna go out and date, a relationship should be an experience for you and the other person. Like last year, I didn't have a girlfriend, but I got female friends who I put my female friends who are in the friend zone, because I have friend zone chicks too. But we like mutual friend zone. But what we wind up doing is we make great date kind of outings. Because it's like, shit, hey man, I don't want to go here with a dude. So let's go have some fun. And like last year, I talked about this before. I went to Common had a show at the orchestra.
Yeah.
So you had to, dress up and all that other shit. I'm like, hey, I'm going. If you think Common coming back, because they trying to do it with other people. So on the list is Common because he already did it. But Kendrick Lamar, and Nas.
Yeah.
So if any one of them three come back, you're damn right we're going. And people don't take that into consideration. Like sometimes you don't have to. Now that's not as expensive as people think. Like that's like from 150 to maybe 200 to get good seats at the orchestra, because you can get in the middle section down there in good space for a good price.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm saying this is because some of these dates y'all gonna get mad that y'all going out and spending $100, $200 on food and the conversation is trash. When you can go somewhere to have fun and actually have a conversation about the shit y'all did together.
Yeah.
You know, my bad, Ron. You got it.
No, you good, man. It's like doing things like that is more constructive because I mean, it goes into what I was going to say. It's like, don't just vet the people you're going out with. Learn how to vet yourself and your standards, because sometimes your standards is what's keeping you out of the picture. Like bringing people who ain't worth a damn or wasting your time and money. There's a big difference between platonic investments versus platonic leases. And once you know the difference, you'll know how to act and move accordingly. I mean, just doing some fun things like that, that's what people who like to have fun can bring the best out of a person out of sometimes. Or you start finding out this person is, dull as hell. Okay, well, I know what I'm dealing with. But we have to really vet ourselves. And it sometimes you have to date yourself. But too many people are scared to be honest with themselves. And until then, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting or worse.
You know what's funny about what you just said?
What's that?
And this is for men and women. One of the reasons why you get to know somebody, because you're going to come to find out, there's certain people that you're attracted to sexually that as you talk to them, you be like, there's no way I should be fucking with you.
Yes.
I'm not going to.
Yes.
And guys come to that far later than women do. You know, oh yeah, she got that crazy eye thing, but it's so sexy. She got a tattoo on the devil on her ass cheek, but it's so sexy. Bro, you shouldn't be doing it. She got to cross her waist. This pussy will kill you, but it's such a turn on, bro. It's not a good idea. You got all the warning signs.
Yeah.
I remember dating this girl, pretty girl. Pretty, real chocolate lady, nice body. She was in the military. And I was like, I'm going to holler at her. And then we started talking. And she said, yeah, I keep a gun by my bed. And I'm like, what the fuck they got to do with us? And then I'm thinking to myself, I can't fuck with you because if the gun is by you, I started thinking of Harlem Nights.
Right.
When Eddie Murphy was like, she got a gun. It's so cute. And he was, yeah. I was like, this is not a good idea.
Yeah.
And some of you guys, y'all want to, I'm a really, what I'm saying, you like a girl and you really want to hit it to impress her, and you don't realize if you really have sex well with a girl that you really like, but you ain't vet her, and then she gets attached to the sex. See, a lot of y'all like that dark sex magic shit where you want to keep, get her hooked to the sex and she going to keep coming back. That's not a good idea.
It's not.
Because when she starts coming to your house, and I'm not talking like I don't know. When a bitch come to your job looking for you 3-6 months later, and they gotta have a conversation, such and such. Who the hell?
Yeah.
This is a problem. When my bad. Hold on. Thanks, fam. Like when you want to know situations where a girl's boy, I'm about to, fellas. Okay, forget it. I'm gonna go ahead and let you listen. When a woman starts seeing you because of sex as husband material, you fucked up.
All the way.
I'll tell you why you fucked up. Because she's looking at you like, he gonna do me like this for the rest of my life. Not understanding she might not, that's an off your, like when we do that with women, oh, that's so good, I'm gonna marry her. You like, bro, you really want to marry her because of the sex? And it's like, yeah, man, it's good, man. Bruh. You remember that time y'all went out and she had the see-through dress on? And why is everybody looking at her? She was for the streets before you met her with your pussy. You gonna wind up like Ray Caruth out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause you caught up in sex. And a lot of y'all don't get it. And I'm gonna give you this little nugget of advice. And I'm talking about this because people get caught up like this. Rule number one, if you meet somebody and they're attractive and they're quote unquote sexual or hypersexual, and they talk about sex all the time on a date, 9 times out of 10, the sex is trash. That's their only hook to get you in. So that's why they keep bringing it up. Because a person who want to have sex with you, they going that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah, a person who wants to have sex with you, is gonna let you know. Like they're gonna give you little subtle hints. Like, okay, cool. But a person who's just ready to get, like I said this before, there's a current porn star that when I was in the clubs in my 20s, she was clubbing, and I recognized her on porn from her tattoo from clubbing. Because one of my homeboys smashed her in the club.
Man.
Why? This is a problem. You know, I remember that story of the young ladies walking around. She the finest girl in town. She got a boyfriend, but she out, and you're like, damn, she is, I guess, 3 in the morning. Club closed at 2. Ain't she she got a man? Last week she was with the nigga with the BMW. This week he got a Benz. Like, where's her man at? And y'all do the same shit, fellas.
Yeah.
At some point, you got to put the nightlife down, especially when you're trying to find something it just more real. You're not really gonna find shit real in the nightlife because you're gonna find people who got vices. You know, date where there's no vices.
Yeah.
If you date in the grocery store, if you see somebody find a grocery store, look at their cart because that food might be their vice.
Yeah.
You know, they got a cart full of junk food, and I'm talking as a nigga with a cart full of junk food. You know, you better watch that shit. No water, watch that shit.
Yeah.
She in Walmart. Ronan, I'm gonna say this and just take it from here because I'm about to get on you whole ass people for this. All of y'all who out here preying on people running around Walmart and the grocery store in they pajamas because you know they ain't obviously got a man because they out here with they sons and daughters in pajamas looking fine but slash busted yoga pants, but you can see they drawers through the pants, so you know it's easy work.
Yeah.
And you know they out here grocery advertising and Walmart advertising, and you like, yeah, I'm gonna holler at that. They in the mall with their children and their daughters, and they both dressed like pre-post stats. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, that's that easy work. Yeah. You're gonna pay for that.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay for that. I'm gonna tell you why you're gonna pay for that. Because the girls at work, who she at work, but she got a fucking bonnet on or a hat on, or her hair never really done is wrapped, and she got a hat on at work most of the time, and she keeps telling you, you know, she got to keep it right for when she go out, because at nighttime, she coming up on motherfuckers like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm speaking as I tell some of my coworkers, I'm gonna get me too by y'all 20 years from now, because I play with clown with some of my coworkers, and they be like, you can get this, like, hey, you're gonna get in trouble like this. Hey, play, stop playing.
Yeah.
Some of y'all fucking y'all coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
Boy. You fucking them and you breaking up with them and you causing a whole job uncomfortable riff.
Yeah.
And ladies, you fucking them and y'all work at the same place, so y'all make around the same amount of money. Mm-hmm. But you coming up on his check, but you ain't doing shit for him. In the coup de grace, I'm just gonna say it. Take my sip of water, and Ronan. You got gonna take this because I know you about to me.
No, go ahead. I mean, hey, you cooking, man. Go ahead.
Could y'all please stop getting with people who trifling? because you know you're gonna fuck their friends.
Hmm. Yes.
Just, you go ahead, Ron. I'm just saying.
No, I mean you definitely been hitting the nails on the head. Because I mean, like, if you're gonna go out there and deal with somebody, you better figure out what you're gonna do, or where you see the plan with this person. Because when you sit there, things progress. You start seeing like, okay, I know what's up with this one. When I go to Walmart and I'll see somebody like either out there with pajama bottoms with no drawers on, or just literally advertising out there, I got an idea. I know what she's on. I remember the ad is like, despise the free lunch, and they say that for good reason.
I'm gonna shut it down in a second. Ladies, y'all supposed to despise the free lunch too, but see, y'all keep trying to come up on a free lunch, and that's why you wind up broke, busted, and you quote unquote hit the wall because you didn't have 15 years worth of free lunches.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to the real fine ones. The real fine ones stay real fine at 35, 40, 45.
Some in their 60s.
But the real fine ones who stay real fine, they wind up with a dude, you be looking. She real fine, he real Cleveland, the Cleveland show looking like.
Why you gotta be Cleveland?
And you trying to figure out how the fuck this nigga get. And she look happy too. She look happy. She like, ah. And you try. You know what happened? She done been through the ballers, the CEOs, the doctors, the lawyers, the entrepreneurs, the dope boys. She's still fine though. And then, but the dude, the Cleveland looking dude, Peter Griffin looking dude, he got a nice lifestyle.
Yeah.
And she'll trade, you know what? He gonna always love me right now because he ain't never had nobody to find. He just turned 47, and I'm the finest girl he done been with in his whole life.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there. See, a lot of y'all guys don't want to say what I'm about to say.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of you women don't want to say what I'm about to say. You are judging your dating worth on the finest person you've been with. Yeah. And the other 75 people, you're not trying to count. So it's subconscious that you're going to give somebody the benefit of the doubt because, oh man, he looked too good to be a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, some of you guys, some of you ladies, going to have to take this into consideration. You might have been a late bloomer. You might be a winner in the end. And I'm saying this as a reference. Ric Flair is 70 years old with a fine wife.
Mm-hmm.
She knows she ain't getting Ric Flair. She knows she ain't getting the Four Horsemen Ric Flair. He know he ain't Ric Flair no more.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to make a deal. Because she's hoping to fuck Ric Flair so hard that he dies happy. And she can get with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
I fucked Ric Flair to death and now I got The Rock. Like, this is what's going on.
Yeah, it's true.
It's some of you guys, y'all doing that in reverse. But understand, this is just a bit of advice, fellas. You ain't got to listen. If she's the finest woman you've met in your life and you're if you're 35, make sure she's 35 a little bit or a little bit older than you. A little bit younger to a little bit older. Because if you get her fine, she the finest she been, finest you got, and you 40 and she 30, yeah, she still got time. While you sitting there, I hate to say this, rest in peace, brother. When you sitting here built like Rance Allen, somebody's still coming through. I know, Ron, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you brothers the truth right now.
I agree with you saying,
trying to
man.
be your husband, dude.
That situation right there is like when they get with a guy like that or a woman like that, that's them basically brandishing their Hall of Fuck jacket. They done smashed all they wanted to smash. And then now they need somewhere comfortable to retire and rest their genitals and laurels on a happy career. That's basically what it is.
I'm just trying to tell y'all that you go. If even the winners lose, this is what I'm trying to. The end of the story is even the winners lose. Okay, y'all think I've said it before.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all think some of these older men and older women sometimes work because they grow together, and sometimes older men and older women don't work because her sex drive is through the roof and his is in the toilet.
Yeah.
And it could be because she old and he ain't as attractive. But it could be she hiding and ready. And he like, this bitch is gonna kill me. I want a young bitch to kill me, not her.
Not Ethel.
See, y'all having Angela Bassett and Michael Jai White fantasies. You want the men want Angela Bassett or Jada Pinkett Mama, and the women want Michael Jai White and Shannon Sharp. Nigga, you finna get Vince Wilfork and Gabrielle Sidibe.
That's not good, man. It's not good. Just flag on the play.
If you get older, you gotta understand young fine and auntie fine.
Yeah.
Young fine, milf fine. It's two different things. You ladies, you're not gonna find. You keep thinking you're gonna find. I'm gonna get the Dos Equis nigga. No, you're gonna get the daddy from Shameless. You're gonna like Bill, but it's gonna be two different people.
That or Norbit.
He gonna have a beard and shit, but two different people. And if anybody remembers how the guy from Shameless was getting done in the first season, just saying. Y'all gotta. You see, that's cold. Hey. I love my black people. I just want y'all to understand this. There's gonna come a day where these streets. Ronan, can I say something very heartbreaking?
Do it.
There's gonna come a day when the streets cut you like the Redskins / Washington football team does Dwayne Haskins, like Johnny Manziel got cut from the Browns, like Randy Moss got cut from all them other teams, like T.O. got cut from all them other. When you got to remember, Jerry Rice got cut. God damn it! There's gonna come a day where the streets cut your bitch ass.
Yeah.
Now y'all sitting here trying to play the streets like football and basketball, like the NBA and the NFL. You need to play the streets like the senior PGA and the Big Three.
Yeah.
Okay? You can get somewhere else, but not with these young motherfuckers. That's why I brought up Ric Flair earlier.
Mm-hmm.
We all love Ric Flair. But nigga, hang it up. Okay? You know, because you men and you women out here built like Dusty Rhodes, still thinking you still got it. Hella charisma. But you are not the American dream, and you know it.
We know.
And I said I was going to be and half of you men and women are more on the Goldust side of the game. If y'all know wrestling, you up out in this bitch. Y'all gotta let it go.
Let it go.
You motherfuckers are like my hairline. I let that shit go when I was 15 years old. No, you don't still got it. If y'all gonna be like Kimbo Slice fade in this bitch trying.
Yeah. Definitely like Lenny
I'm
Love.
41, y'all. 41. I'm still technically in shape for 41. But nigga.
Nigga.
Listen to me. I can still run a nice fade on your ass, a nice post.
Yeah.
But if I try to run a dig or a hitch, limb. And y'all out in the street. Yes, built like Lonnie Love. We built like Rikishi. And half you niggas like them Rikishi built bitches. Don't front. Don't front. Because Pinky out here morbidly obese working out right now. And you niggas be eating her ass right now. Yes, I said it publicly.
Yeah.
Y'all be Lexington still ain't got nothing on this. Y'all be all in that shit right now. Mr. Y'all be with Mr. Marcus with this hat bag. You like that? Y'all be doing that shit right now. And some of you ladies,
you're gonna be laying up with Al Roker.
There's a reason why we know you calamity fine chicks want to fucking a man that look like Stank Meaner from the Boondocks, and you think we don't know. We tell you don't get all them fucking tattoos. Be a little bit more feminine, but you don't want to listen. And now somebody granddaddy then took 7 Cialises because he gotta fuck something on his way out the door. He not gonna marry you.
Right. It's reality, man.
He gonna be sitting there drinking Ray Nail, popping them goddamn dick pills, and you gonna be talking around these things shit. No. Because you wanted to play somebody. Do you understand the seriousness of what happens when an elderly man puts your ankles behind your head and you got to look at the sweat from the taco meat from 68 pouring down your face? This is where life has got you. The nigga just looked like an LTD album cover.
They got to see it.
You know
they
what?
got to see it.
I'm done, Ronan. Just go ahead and tell them what you got. I'm gonna get out of here because I'm about to hurt my feelings.
It's hard as hell to follow that one. I mean, just paint a picture. Some of y'all are gonna be in Shady Pines, changing your man's diaper, and then expected to dome him off before he go to sleep. So, happy hunting. Some sad shit.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna end this out. It's been 2 hours. God bless y'all. Church. And I love you. And God, thank y'all for coming out. God bless and good night. I'm done, fam. I'm out of here. It's some bullshit. I just realized. Ah.